Oh no, you just scrolled past another video in under 2 seconds. Your attention span is doomed. Your brain is ruined. Say goodbye to ever reading a book again. Hope you weren't planning on passing that test or holding a conversation longer than the average goldfish memory. Yep, that's what people want you to believe. Social media has permanently fried our attention spans, and Gen Z is basically incapable of reading past a tweet. But wait, haven't we heard this before? Like every time a new form of media comes along, video games were supposed to rot our brains, TV was the end of literacy, rock and roll was turning kids into zombies. Even the printing press had people freaking out that too much reading would overload our delicate little minds. So let's dig in. Has social media actually broken our ability to focus? Or is this just another exaggerated case of old people shaking their fists at the newfangled youth? First, the claim: social media shortens our attention spans, making it impossible to focus on long-form content like books, lectures, or even conversations. Sounds scary, right? But here's the thing. Attention spans aren't actually getting shorter. What's changing is how we engage with information. Studies show that while our ability to focus on boring stuff might be struggling, because let's be honest, why wouldn't it? Our brains are actually getting better at filtering out irrelevant information quickly. Let's face it, reading is a slow process. But what about listening to an audiobook at 2x speed, just like we watch videos on YouTube? That's not rotting our brains, that's adaptation. Think about it. You don't read a novel the same way you read a text message. You don't watch a movie the same way you scroll through TikTok. Different mediums require different kinds of attention. And guess what? People still read book. Libraries and bookstores still exist. Ever heard of Book Talk? Turns out short-form content is actually getting more people excited about reading. Who would have thought? Now, does social media change how we consume information? Absolutely. Algorithms are designed to keep us engaged, and that can make it harder to sit through something slower paced. But that doesn't mean our brains are broken. It just means we have to be a little more intentional about how we use technology. If you're finding it hard to focus, maybe it's time to take breaks, set limits, read something longer than a comment section. So, should you delete all your social media accounts immediately? Only if you want to. But the reality is the internet isn't ruining your brain. If anything, it's just making us adapt to a new way of learning. So maybe instead of panicking, we just use it wisely. What do you think? Are you able to focus long enough to leave a comment? Like, subscribe, and tell us if you actually made it to the end of this video. If you did, congrats. You have a great attention span, and your brain still works.